chest and back for the month of February. We're going to start with our chest circuit. We have 2 exercises, 3 times each, 20 on, 10 off, 20 on, 10 off, 20 on, 10 off, and then you'll switch exercises for 1 and 2. And then exercises 3 and 4 are each 30 seconds, 1 arm, 1 arm, 1 arm, 1 arm, and then you do that circuit twice. So when you see this, it'll make more sense. So exercise 1 is a wide press. So knuckles up, feet on the floor or the bench, just punch straight to the ceiling. 20 on, 10 off 3 times, and then they're gonna switch to their fly. Pull those palms together. 20 on, 10 off 3 times, and you'll notice the cables are all the way to the bottom. And then we're gonna do exercise 3 and 4. So it's 30 seconds of a 1-arm press, 30 seconds of the other arm, 1-arm press, and then they're gonna switch their weight. They're gonna do 30 seconds, 1-arm fly, 30 seconds, 1-arm fly, and then they're gonna go back to the 1-arm press, fly, and fly. So they're gonna do that 2 times as a circuit. And that's the first chest circuit. Then we're gonna move into our back. This is the same thing. Exercise 1, they're gonna do 3 times, 20 on, 10 off. Exercise 2, they're gonna do 3 times, 20 on, 10 off. And then 3 and 4 we put together as a circuit. So the rope's all the way at the top, and we'll put both black handles on the other side. That red lever is at about elbow height, both black handles. So exercise 1 is a seated face pull from up high, pronated grip, 3 times, 20 on, 10 off. Then they're gonna drop to the floor for a scap push-up. So when I taught this to my group earlier this week, my private group, I told them to just kind of push forward and pull back, just to practice. That's exactly what the movement should feel like. So they can do it from their elbows or from their palms, down, up, or they can do it from their elbows, and they can also be on their knees if they need to. But when we've done this move before, it didn't go as well. But when I did that little exercise with them in the beginning this time, it seemed to go well. So they'll scap push up 3 times in a row, 20 on, 10 off. And then we have, as a circuit, 2 exercises. Neutral grip row for 30 seconds. Then they're going to grab their lat bar. Obviously the bench will be out of the way. Straight arm, lat pull down, a little bit of a hinge. We've done this one before. We've done it a lot actually. People like it, just like that. And then back to the neutral grip row and finish the back circuit with that lat pull down. Then we're gonna go into lower body. So this one's new. People can get we have a couple boxes if they need a box. Depending on if they're comfortable, they can actually share a box if you need more than 2. But this is a lateral bench step up. So they have a couple different options. They're going to step up and down. This is one option. They want to make it a little bit harder. They can keep that inside leg on the bench, just like that. 30 seconds one leg, then they'll switch and go 30 seconds on the other side. Exercise number 2 is a squat, 30 seconds, and they're gonna lift that foot up. It's gonna go fast, but try not to make them go like this. They wanna hold that squat and just kind of lift that foot off the floor, the whole foot. 30 seconds. Then we have an upper body elevated bilateral thrust. Drop low, press up, make sure that their neck and their eyes follow the movement. Then they're going to lie down. 30 seconds, one leg thrust. 30 seconds, one leg thrust, other side. Obviously, if they can't elevate that upper body, they can put their foot on the floor. And they're gonna do that circuit 1 through 4, 2 times. Then we are back to our chest. So this one, we're gonna put a black handle on each side all the way to the bottom. There's two options for this, so you can barely see that. So move one, we're gonna do one, 2, 3 as a circuit 2 times through. So the first one's a push-up with a body saw. If they wanna use the sliders, that's the exercise. They'll push up, saw back, and forward, push up, saw back, and forward. They can push up from their knees and then saw, or they can push up, rock, push up, rock, knees, rock. If the body saw doesn't work for them, just have them do push-ups. It's a chest day, so push-ups are totally fine. That's exercise 1. Exercise number 2 is a high to low, low to high fly. We're standing. So bilateral stance, 2 rounds so they can switch legs. That's up front, wide by the hips, out wide, up narrow to the face. And then they're going to grab a band. I've done this before. Lie down, bend their feet. Don't put their elbows through that band, and fly. And then they're back to the top with the push-up body saw, back to the low to high fly, and then finish with the supine fly. And then we move on to our back. So there's 3 moves here. The first one is that TRX pull-up. So the handles are up high, right underneath. You use your feet as needed, whatever hand rotation, you know, show them the regressions. Pull up, lift their feet, drop down slow, use their lower body if they need to, or go into that inverted row. Not that crazy inverted row that we had to do today. I don't know if you did it, but it sucked. And then if you have anybody that can do actual pull-ups, have them do actual pull-ups on the pull-up bar until they can't, and then switch to the TRX pull-up. That's number 1. Number 2 is a new one. It's reverse fly, so it's really gonna hit the upper back, your traps, a little bit, or obviously your delts. So sometimes when we reverse fly, we just use the ball. So I'm gonna have them take off the entire carabiner, because when I've done this a couple times now, it works better without the carabiner. So just take both black handles off. Put the lever up to 3 or 4 on each side. Your feet can go on the footrest. Grab the ball. You do not have to cross your hands. It gets a little bit wonky. Cross the cables and your hands are over your shoulders. Open. Exhale. Have them kind of roll their shoulder blades together and squeeze them, pressing them against the floor, keeping their shoulder blades tight to their spine the entire time, and they'll feel it a little bit more. That's exercise 2. And then 3, on the floor, swimmers, just like that. And then they'll go back to the beginning with the pull-up, the supine reverse fly, and they'll finish with swimmers. So our AMRAP this month, for day 3, plank walk to a shoulder tap. So they'll go 1, tap, tap, 2, tap, tap, 3, tap, tap, 4, tap, tap. Then they will go into squat jumps, 5 squat jumps, and then they will finish with a band pull down. So put the band overhead, straight arm, just like that. It's meant to be fast. Straight down and straight up with control. 10 to 15 of those. When we're doing about a 2-minute AMRAP, I would go with 10. When we get up there to 3 and 3:30, they can do 15. And then we have core. So for core, this one's gonna be those alternating toe taps. So not all the way up to your chest. Leave your about a 90-degree bend here. Tap, tap. If that's too easy, people can do both, but I know a lot of times people have hip flexor pain, or it just works it a lot, so they can alternate or they can do both legs. Then we have our good old straight leg sit up, taking it back. Surprising, a lot of people can't do this. Pull your toes towards your nose, keep those fingers to the ceiling. If they can, have them grab the half plate, hold in each hand, or you know this, they can bend one knee, switch halfway through, or bend one knee for one 30-second round, and the second round bend the other knee. And then we're gonna do side plank. So if people want, they can just hold. If they want, they can dip. Depends how they feel about that lateral flexion of the spine. If they don't love that, have them thread the needle. Just something up on that side plank, 30 seconds each side. And that is day 3, chest and back.